Hello everyone, myself J. Kranti Reddy and my MIT ID is MIT170049. The outline of this video is about two networking monitoring tools, that is Logman and LSOF. The Logman is nothing but Windows operating system and the LSOF is Linux. Let's start with the Linux.
To work on the following tools, initially we need to download the VirtualBox. To download the VirtualBox, we need to open the Google and search for the VirtualBox. So you can find the download option on the left side of the screen. Once you click on the downloads, you can find this type of platforms. So once you click on the Windows host, it will be a download. So once the VirtualBox download, you can see this type of icon on the desktop. Once you double click on that, you can see this screen. So once you get the screen, you need to enter the new, and here you need to enter Ubuntu or Kali or anything to create the another new one. So I have already created a couple of things here. So right now I'm working on LSOF. So for LSOF I need to work on Linux. So I'm just opening the Kali. So once you open the Kali, you can see this type of desktop. So once you go to the terminal, so you can directly press on this to go to the terminal, or else you can go to the applications, accessories, and you can find the terminal over here. So I'm directly going to the terminal over here. So once you click the LSOF, so the commands are running on it. You can see this type of commands, routes. So if you would like to see more on it, so enter lsof space. Yes, the commands are running. So enter lsof space hyphen space more. So you can see more of commands over here. So yes, you can see that on the desktop, on the bottom of the screen you can see the more button. So you can go through it by pressing enter, or if you want to exit, you just click on Ctrl C, then it exit to the Kali. So once you did, so if you would like to work on other commands too, if you want to see the user, so just press on lsof space hyphen u. So my username is root, so I'm pressing the root. So once you press enter, so the commands running, so you can see the all commands which works on root, you can see clearly on here. So if you would like to see another command like internet networks, so you need to press ls mm, sorry lsof space hyphen I. So you can see here the commands, uh, commands, fixed directories, user, devices, size of the device, node names, etc. And this is the port number you can see over here. So once you're done with this, if you would like to see the port number separately, just enter lsof space hyphen p, and just randomly I'm entering the port number 22. So let me check whether it works. Yeah, it worked. So you can see the port number 22 which works on this. So these are the commands which I have currently done on this. So you can also make different types of commands like this to work on this terminal.
LSOF works. Now coming to the other command, Logman. So Logman is nothing but and Microsoft Windows provides a free built-in utilities called Logman that monitor the performance counter. So once you enter the Logman, it's a run command actually. You can see over here. So enter the performance monitor. So once you get here, click on it. So the performance monitor displays a visual representation of your system. So there are few tools at the left side of your screen. So when you click on the performance monitor, you can see a graph over here which comes out from here. This is the default monitor, which the processor time among the process at any given time, and it's running at the real time for 1 per second. So to remove it, go ahead and click on the X, and to add another counters, place on the press button. So these are the few more counters over here. uh, I'm going to add few counters on it. So I'm going to add the memory one to see how it works. So I'm going to add the available M bytes. So once you click on it, press the add button and click uh, and drag down to select another one. So I'm going to choose another one, which is ready boot catchy. Yes, this is the ready boot catchy. So in this I'm going to select the catchy rate per second. So once you select, click the add button, so you can see the counters where was added. So once it's done, to click the OK button. So you can see how the graph works over here. So this is the green color indicates the catchy rate files, and the red color indicates the available M bytes. So this is how it works. And to so basically how it works. So if you would like to create a data collector set, so click on the data collector set. So where you can see a few options over there. User defined, double click on it, there will be option new, go to the data collector set. So this is the page displays over it to create a new data collector. So just click on the new data collector, or just rename it as anything you'd like. So I'm creating just new data 7, and I'm going to the manually. So once you enter the next, you can see this type of data logs. So I'm going through the performance monitor. So here we need to add few more counters. So I'm going to add the processor. So let us see how the processor time works. Yes, I'm going to add the processor time, as well as physical disk. In physical disk, I'm going to add the disk read time as well as the disk write time. So once you add, click OK button, so that you can see and see the display over here, which is out of the counter. And this is a sample interval time, so you can select as you wish to schedule how much you would like. So I'm going to schedule for the 5 seconds. So click on the next button. So this is the default directory router. So I mean, where you would like to save the file, you can click here. I'm just leaving to the default. Just click on the next and go through the save and close, or else you can choose any other options too. Just click on the finish button. See, I just created the new data 7. So once you double click on it, you can see the start option as well as the properties. So once you go to the properties, you can schedule it as per the days or time, or as you like, when you would like to schedule and when you would like to see. This is the directories where you would like to browse this file, or you would like to rename or choose another directory too. So this is the general items and the stop conditions as well as the task. So yeah, so once you double click on this, just the start, so you can see the performance counter is just started. So now I'm going to show to create the reports. So once you click on this, press on, you can see the two options, that the user defined as well as the system. So once you click on the user defined, you can see the saved files which we have done the earlier. So you can see the new data 7. So once you double click on it, you can see it's collecting the data. So just we have done, so it's taking some process time. So I have earlier done a few more the data collectors. So let me show the graph which I got the earlier one. Yes, this is a graph for the area one which I get. So this is a processor time and the disk time as well as the disk read time. So you can you can, if you would like to see only the this time only, then you just remove the tick marks, then you can only see this time. Or if you would like to see the only the straight time or the straight time, then just click on the this time, so that the this time will be removed. So like this you can appear however you would like to see. You can see the last average and the minimum and the maximum duration times of this. So here, if you would like to add more of things, just stop it and add button. So the same process as I have explained earlier. So this is how the performance monitor works on the Logman. Yes, so now I'm showing the comparison between the Windows and Linux. So coming to Windows, this it is an closed source OS. Coming to Linux, it's an open source OS. Everyone knows. Closed OS has some restrictions of US. Coming to Linux, open system means all the systems are actually system software. Uh, it's not actually provided into the public to edit or modify for the Windows, but coming to Linux, it open OS and anyone can update, and anyone can update the software, can anyone can update the source code of Linux too. And Windows, one and only sole distribution is Microsoft, but coming to Linux has lot of distributions. I mean more than 50 to 5200 distributions or even more. In that only 10 to 12 distributors are popular, like Ubuntu, Red Hat, Linux, Mint Linux, etc. The frustrating and important thing is price. When compared to Windows, you need to pay about $100 to $130 to purchase Windows. But coming to Linux is free for public, and 95% of Linux is free, and remains 5% some of the distributions may charge you to download. So this is the some security is important. This is some of the features for the security that most important. Windows has more than 20 to 30 antivirus software in those popular are adware, rootkit, spyware, backdoor, trojan, worm, etc. But coming to Linux, you don't need any antivirus software for this, because it's completely, or not completely, 99% more secure. Linux is very hard to break the security. And finally, the usage of Windows and Linux is 53% of computers users are use Windows. Only 5% to 1% of the computer users are use Linux as a primary OS. Windows has lot of applications and softwares, but coming to Linux does not have that much softwares. In conclusion, by this video, I think you will be knowing how to monitor your system using different monitoring tools. Thank you.